For 50 years, it has been Jamaica's most feared and marginalized political constituency. Tivoli Gardens, located in West Kingston, has been famously described as the mother of all garrisons. Much of its existence has been shrouded in mystery. The nefarious deeds of some of its residents have contributed to repeated confrontations with the security forces. The publicity generated by such altercations has tarnished the reputation of Tivoli's law-abiding citizens, the old and the young. The Tivoli Visionaries have come to terms with the stigma attached to the place they call home. In the aftermath of the May 2010 incursion by the security forces, this group of young people committed to using their hard-earned tertiary education in the service of rebuilding community in Tivoli Gardens. 4 members of the Tivoli Visionaries executive share their path to personal success and their vision for Tivoli Gardens.
I was also born here in Tivoli at the Kiwanis Clinic. I went to Carnival Basic School, which is also in Tivoli Gardens. After leaving Carnival Basic School, I went to Southermere Preparatory School, where I was head girl, and I graduated and went to the St. Andrew High School for Girls. While attending that institution, I was taught very strong moral values, and my principal, she was a visionary, and that's what I took when I left that institution. She has helped me to understand that you have to know what you want in advance and be able to make strategic plans to achieve those. I grew up in a single-parent home with my mom and my sister. I also lived with my great-grandmother. I can say that my mom, she's a superwoman. She made several sacrifices so that her children could have the best opportunities in life. And for that, I'm grateful today because she helped to mold me into the young lady that I am today. While attending St. Andrew High School, I had an experience where I was stigmatized because I was from Tivoli. That was the first day at the institution. You know, when you go into your form, you're trying to introduce yourself so that we could get familiar with each other. And when I said where I came from, when I said Tivoli Gardens, several of the students, it's like they drew away from me. They drew themselves away from me. So they were like afraid because I was saying I was from Tivoli. But gradually getting to know each other and them getting to understand that my personality, I have a great personality, they decided, okay, we can be a little open, but you know, they were at first saying, okay, we don't want to cross her because she might call some bad man from Tivoli to come beat us up or something. But as I got more in sync in the institution, they accepted me for who I am, and I never once gave them any reason, because knowing the kind of stigma that is attached to Tivoli Gardens, I never at any point going to that institution gave them any reason to believe that I was not of good standing or from a poor or deviant family. So irrespective of where I was from, I was given an equal opportunity to excel, and as such I was given several leadership positions. I was senior prefect, I was house captain, I was vice president for the student council, I was hockey team captain, I was a part of the debating society team that entered the Burger King debating competition, and the list goes on. From an early age, my mother, friends, teachers, they all supported me, and they instilled in me the importance of having a quality education. And so that's when I understood that education was a key factor in me becoming a successful young woman, as I've seen my mother become a very successful lecturer. I'm now a final year student at the University of the West Indies, pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Banking and Finance. Well, in terms of financing for school, my mother took it on solely for 2 years, and in my final year, which was the last year, school year, I received a scholarship from the Citizen Security and Justice Program that came in very handy, and I appreciate it. And what they require too is that we give back, that we give community service. Being a part of this organization gives me that avenue to effect positive change in my community through education, and it is my hope that individuals living in the community will embrace this organization and the individuals who are seeking to help them. We are here to help you. We're not here to look as though we're above you or you're beneath us. We're equals, and we want to get you on the same page that we're on. We want to see you live successful, meaningful lives, and so we're imploring that you open up and come into us so that we can help you.
I am from the community of Tivoli Gardens, particularly in the area of Java. I went to Carnival Basic School in the area as well, where I then went to Denhampton Primary School. From there I elevated to Mona High School, where I served as the council president for the students, as well as before as a prefect. My aunt instilled in me from an early age the value of education. Sports, it may fail us because we may get injured. The arts and culture, it may fail us as well, but once you have an education, once you are educated, it enables you to think, basically, and with that and the creativity, you can go far, you can succeed, I should say. I passed 9 subjects in the CXC level, 4 distinctions, I must say, and that allowed me to enroll in the University of the West Indies, where I pursued a bachelor's in chemistry. I have a love for chemistry, that's why I'm pursuing it, but initially I have a passion for medicine. So I have been involved in some Saturday class for students, lower students, because I think that these are the students that we should target to make a change in the community, basically. You have to start from the lower ground, the roots of the community, to get a beautiful blossomed tree, basically. That is the reason why I am a visionary in the Tivoli Garden Visionaries and an active member as the vice president.
I usually attend Western United Basic School. From there I moved on to Denhampton Primary, where I passed my GSAT and went to Alpha Academy. There, while at Alpha Academy, I obtained 10 C6, 4 distinction, 3 2s, 3 3s. After which I went to 6th form, gained 7 CAPE units. After that, went to University of West Indies, where I pursued a BSc in accounting. Recently completed the degree with upper second class honors. I wish to come to pursue a career in taxation or management accounting. I grew up with Tivoli Gardens. It was somewhat of a bittersweet experience. Bitter in the sense that at times when I have exams and I want to study, I can't really get to focus much because of the music around me and possible instances of violence. But however, I overcame that challenge and pursued and did what I was supposed to do. I grew up with my mother and my sister. However, my mother and my father had separated, but however, he played his role very well when he was supposed to, and I have to really big him up for that. My most horrifying experience here in Tivoli Gardens was the incursion. It was really terrible for me in the sense that I didn't lose anyone personally, but friends of mine were hurt. And the fact that I was confined in my house for days, that was really also a terrible situation for me because I'm not really used to the confinement. And I had to stay in, and then at times you have restrictions, you can't go here or there. So that was just about it for me. We're really looking for a better Tivoli Gardens in the sense that we'll have more educated persons here, we'll have more persons with skills, more persons with jobs, better parents, and I would say a community where persons won't be afraid to come. I had an instance where when I was in high school, I told friends that I'm from Tivoli Gardens, and I had to actually take them here to show them that I am from this community, that good actually is from Tivoli Gardens.
I was born in the Kiwanis maternity clinic inside the community. I was
a student of the Charles Chinloy Basic School inside the community. I was a student of the Denham Town Primary School inside the community, and then I left for the Wolmer's High School for boys. Yeah, I left from the Denham Town via scholarship from Scotiabank and ESSO, where I was a top boy for my year, and I was also one of the top students in the GSAT that year. I then went on to Wolmer's Boys, where I met some, able competitors who kind of overshadowed me for a while, and then I went in fifth form where I joined the quiz team. That was where I came up back, and I got 8 CXC subjects. Then I became the president of the Students' Council, where I had to represent the majority of the school populace. And from there I actually moved on to other leadership positions, which was the National Youth Council, the National Student Council, NSSC, where I was one of the regional representatives for Kingston. From there I went on to the University of the West Indies, where I am pursuing at present a Bachelor of Arts in Integrated Marketing Communications. In this community there are very few youngsters like me who can galvanize and move and create projects like what we have done as a group. So that was really what caused me to actually move and look towards the Tivoli Gardens Visionaries and Reform, and from then I've been the president, and the rest is history. We envisioned Tivoli as the model community as it was initially intended to be by the first Member of Parliament post-independence. We saw the Vision 2030 as something that we could use as a guideline for us to achieve, Tivoli as the place to live, work, do business and raise family. And that is basically what we wanted to do. That was our vision, hence our name, Visionaries.
Since its inception, the Tivoli Visionaries have successfully embraced the less fortunate youth in their community in self-empowering activities.
We have a 3-tier education system where we deal with the primary, the basic and the high school secondary level. We deal with the GSAT students and CXC primarily, so that they could actually get a chance to actually reach the level that we are in terms of the education. We believe that bridging the gap to make more persons like ourselves, education is the key, so we need to ensure that these bridges, the GSAT exams and the CXC exams, are done to the best of their abilities. And in terms of the material that they need, because of the socio-economic state of Tivoli Gardens, persons don't prioritize and spend much money on that, and persons sometimes can't even afford to spend money on some of the instruments that we provide them with during these classes. So that's basically what we've done. In terms of, we've also done other seminars. We're doing other seminars like parenting seminars, education seminars, employment seminars. We've done a capacity, we're now doing a series of capacity building seminars where we target youth groups like ourselves to actually build their capacities as leaders and as in terms of their modus operandi, how they operate as a group. And from that we have a proposal writing seminar, which groups are better equipped to ask for help from corporate Jamaica, which we understand that it's a big challenge right now. And we also have little things like etiquette workshops, photography workshops, small things that we believe that will build the persons as an individual and as a group for a better Tivoli Gardens and a better West Kingston and a better Jamaica.